Hey guys, Mr. T here. I literally just got done about 3 seconds ago filming my Democratic Party. I am back to film my Republican Party. Now, like I said, I promise you I will do my best to keep bias out of this, okay? So, the Republican Party. All right, the Republican Party, another word for them is the GOP, which is the Grand Old Party. That's kind of their official nickname. The GOP, it was first founded in 1854, all right, because of the Kansas-Nebraska Act, okay? The Kansas-Nebraska Act, which has allowed Kansas and Nebraska to vote for slavery and stuff, it didn't say in the act that the Republican Party was formed. However, the Republican Party was formed in response to that. The first ever Republican president was Abraham Lincoln during the Civil War, and he's still to this day considered the most famous one. The runner-up to him would be Ronald Reagan. A few other famous presidents would be both George Bushes, George Bush Sr. and George Bush Jr., okay? Another major one would be General Grant. He was our general during the Civil War, helped us win the Civil War. He was also a Republican and things like that. What else? I promised I'd make a funny joke about a Republican president, since I made one about Bill Clinton. I mean, George Bush, that's about as funny as I can make it. So if you're a Republican watching this, I'm sorry. So now, what the Republican Party stands for. Pretty much the exact opposite of what the Democratic Party stands for. There are few things they kind of, coincide with, but the biggest ones are the Republican Party feels there should be a flat tax. The Democratic Party feels there should be a progressive, which means the more you make, the more you pay. The Republican Party is against that. They feel everyone should pay the same tax. Not the same monetary value, like someone who makes $30,000 a year and someone who makes $500,000 a year shouldn't pay, they both shouldn't pay $500 a month or whatever on taxes. But they should pay the same percentage. So they should pay like 7% on what they make. Where the Democrats feel if you make, the less you make, the less a percentage you pay. The Republicans feel it should be just flat across the board. Another thing about the Republican Party is the Republican Party is pro-military. They feel the military should have a high spending. So the military, needs to have a, large military, large spending budget, things like that. Another thing is the Republicans are generally against abortion and immigration. Now, like I said, on the Democrat side, there is always that exception to the rule. There are some Republicans who are for abortion. There's some Republicans who are for immigration. But the party as a whole is generally against it. Now, I did mention immigration in the Democratic Party and how the Democrats aren't for, just open the gates and let everyone in. They're a little more restricted. The Republican Party is very like, lay down the hammer on these guys, get them out of our country. That's kind of what the Republican Party is more for. They're against amnesty, which is basically like just letting people who are already here living here. They're against things like that. They've kind of loosened up their policy in recent years, but they're still a lot more firmer on immigration than the Democrats are. And the biggest thing is the Republicans feel a free market economy, which basically means the government, when it comes to businesses and stuff, the government just stays hands-free. They let the businesses do what they want to a point. They just let the businesses do what they want and the government needs to stay out. Now, the Republicans do feel that some government regulation should be there for obvious reasons. I mean, just look at the early 1900s and you can see. But they feel that for the most part, other than a few major things, the government just needs to stay out. So, that's, ladies and gentlemen, that's not all in the Republican Party, but that's all I got time for. Mr. T is going to be signing off. Stay tuned for more videos of Mobile America, and stay beautiful, Americans. Peace.